terrible game sense.
No, please, please, no, please, please, no, please, please, no!
Aim got you feeling like a stormtrooper?
Go for the body, please! It's in Valorant! It's not Valorant! It's not Valorant! Stop trying to go for the head taps in games you don't need to go for head taps for! It's not Valorant! You've done this with Overwatch. You've done this with Fortnite. You've done this with Roblox. You've done this with Crunker. You're doing it with GTA. Please. This isn't Valorant.
Well, worry no more, since my project has got you covered with no cost at all. Tired of paying a monthly fee for a random website just to get better at a game you're probably gonna quit in weeks? Well, pay no more with actual free access. Okay, back to our video. So, I play a game called Valorant competitively, and frankly, I'm just not satisfied with my performances. I've been on a journey to find my perfect application to help me try and improve my skills, but some YouTubers are getting sponsored by different companies that offer free coaching, but those apps tend to charge you like after a grace period, so I don't really follow them. So, in this video, I ended up making my own. Now, this is gonna be one of my first videos, and this is for an English project, so depending on how this goes, depends on if I might start uploading. But yeah, with all further ado, I'm just gonna get straight into it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope Miss Hunter, you enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. But this video did consist of a couple of chapters of mine, mainly just laying out what exactly I wanted to do. Comments will be encouraged as the feedback could be implemented within the development of the app. The mobile and desktop versions will be different, but in the littlest ways as possible. The mobile version will be brought up as like a tracker, while the desktop versions where basically all the heavy hitting stuff is going to happen. Let's get on with the research. What exactly am I looking for? Well, first off, do the coaching apps that people use actually work? Do these people actually improve? So let's start searching about that. I went around and I tried to ask people in games if they either A, heard about the websites I was listing, and if they say yes to those, if they had improved. I did this in competitive because, you know, everybody that plays competitively is either really trying to improve at the game in some way, shape, or form, or might be a smurf, who knows. You know, it's Valorant, okay? I don't really know what to tell you. But most of the people said that, one, they have never heard any of the things I was talking about, which is very surprising considering the fact that a lot of Valorant content creators tend to like be sponsored by a lot of free coaching apps and everything like that, which I find crazy. I don't know how like a lot of the people on Valorant don't know about these apps. It's kind of crazy to me. On top of that, the research I did do on the web was highly outdated. I mean, I'm talking back to when the game was released, which was long ago when it was in its infancy. Not saying it isn't still in its infancy now, but we needed more data to kind of back me up. So I went on ahead and I asked 3 of my friends very close to me that are higher ranks than me for, you know, a grasp of concept. I am Iron 3. My friend Sean peaked Plat 1. I have a friend that was in Immortal. And then I had another friend who's peaked a Diamond. And all of them have never really used any of those websites. They've kind of improved on their own and took the time out themselves to kind of get within the groove of getting better at the game. First question of, do these apps actually work? No, they don't. If anything, it's a waste of time. And frankly, now I'm gonna have to figure out how to implement that within myself. But before we do that, what exactly would we be looking for company-wise? Or website-wise? Well, we want to have something like AIM Labs or Kovacs within the desktop version, basically to help improve the person's aim. But unlike those two games, we'd make the movement and the shooting kind of like Valorant, in which you would have to use 360 movement and aiming in order to hit your targets, not just 180 degrees. You actually have to do a whole 360. Yeah, I know, difficult, but you have to hear me out about this. This is very important, as if we don't have any aim training or anything to really go off of as far as performance, we wouldn't really know what to do. And on top of that, what would you have to improve on if there wasn't anything to improve within in the app? On top of that, I'm thinking of making kind of sort of a questionnaire. Chick-fil-A. And they want you to do like a little survey about how the employee treated you afterwards. That right there is something I'm talking about, because depending on what you answer on that survey depends on what they do with that employee. If that employee has a lot of bad things being said about them during the survey, most likely than not, either A, they're gonna get disciplined, or B, they're fired. Either way, it's basically there to kind of see where your head's at in the game wise, to see what rank you are mentally and what your aim is like rank wise. With all that being said, a couple of questions I want to get through is, what would we be looking for employment wise? Because obviously a project like this will require some employees, and obviously because it is free, these employees would want to be they aren't getting paid. They're not getting paid, but to counteract that, sponsors. Now you might be asking me, who's going to be sponsoring these people? Well, first off, I don't want to have a wide range of coaches and stuff, starting out small, especially within my short development span. So we'd get a couple of players, which means I would get a couple of players from each rank, and I'd basically, have them helping out a lot of people that need help. Employment wise, we want a player in every rank, so basically coach these players, but we kind of want Ascended, Immortal, and Radiant players, the top 3 ranks in the game. Those will help out greatly. Now, the way these people would end up getting paid is through sponsorships, either from my videos or sponsorships for the app entirely. There are a lot of people that are very willing to sponsor things like this. There are a lot of things that give out sponsorships easily as long as you network it right. Those flavored water packets? Badger, he's a Rainbow Six Siege content creator that kind of blew up because of his style of editing and his genuinely funny moments with his friends, is sponsored by a flavored water company, and he got to name his own thing, and he got his own flavor. Companies do that often, especially companies like that, because one, they're not marketed very well, so they're willing to take any type of advertisement they can get, and two, he has a big fan base, so when he released it out, of course, it sold out very quickly. The point of the matter is, it would be very easy to get a lot of advertisements because there are a lot of people looking to advertise certain things. Maybe I can get a pro team to even advertise the idea.